Hello, I'm Christine. Welcome to Book Talk. Today we are discussing Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky ALBERTALLI. I was craving a contemporary, and I picked up Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda the other day, and I loved it. It was so sweet and so wonderful. Like, I spent all yesterday morning on my bed reading it, and I couldn't stop reading. I needed to know how it was gonna end. I don't really want to tell you what it's about, because I think it's better to go in without knowing. I actually thought, I went in thinking our lead was a girl, and I was so confused. I don't know how I got it into my head that our lead was a gay girl in high school. It was a gay guy in high school, and he's not out, and this is his story, and it's so sweet. I loved it so much. If you haven't read this one yet, and you're a contemporary fan, and you're a fan of being happy, and you're a fan of adorable cuteness, go get it. Go get it. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars. Give it like a 96%. It was so quick to read. So go ahead and read it if you haven't yet. Come back and we can discuss it together. Bye-bye, non-spoilery people. Goodbye. Okay, so I loved the emailing back and forth. I loved all the characters. I loved Abby and I loved Leah and I loved Nick, and it was just such a relatable group. Like, you could see these people in your own life, in your own high school life. I loved his group of theater friends, and I loved being at their rehearsals, and I loved trying to figure out who Blue was with him, and I had so many theories. In the very beginning, before I really knew Nick, I was like, oh my god, I hope it's Nick. But then as we went on, I was like, it's not. We meet so many prospects in his life, is it gonna be him? Is it gonna be him? And is it gonna be him? And when we saw Bram, I was like, wait a minute, he's quiet, it's gonna be him. But it took us so long to figure it out that I just started having theories all over the place. I'm glad it was Bram. They were so cute. Everything was so cute. When he left the bag on his locker and the t-shirt, and then when they took Simon to the gay bar, he got drunk, and in the car, he was like, I forgot my shirt. And Abby's like, you could borrow one of my brother's shirts. No, I need this shirt. I'm not gonna wear it because that would be weird, but I need it to put under my pillow. And Nick's like, because that's not weird. Oh, and when he put on their shirt, and the note was in it, and it was so cute. I loved Simon's family, and I loved how large a part of the story and the plot they were. I teared up so many times. I got really, really upset about the whole Tumblr thing. I was so mad at Marty. That was horrifying. I can't imagine being in his shoes and having that Tumblr post up there. It was just mean. It was just so mean. And it was it made it 10 times worse that he alluded to Blue in there, because Blue would definitely know who he was. And it was so frustrating when Blue knew who he was, but he didn't know who Blue was. I was like, Blue, show yourself! The frustration. And I was just like, I need to know who it is. I need to know who it is. And the closer I got to the end, I was like, no, I better find out before the very end. I'm so glad we had a few chapters with him and Bram together and being cute and being a couple, and oh, it was so nice. Leah's situation was heartbreaking. I know a lot of us have found ourselves in friend situations where suddenly you feel like you're kind of being left out. And the fact that she also had a crush on Nick, and it was so hard. I felt so bad when they were kind of like, maybe it's just us tonight, and went out without her. And you could see where they were coming from, because Nick wanted to spend some time with Abby and not feel guilty about Leah, but it was so upsetting. And I'm so glad that Simon kind of forced a confrontation at the end with Leah so that they could work through it. Oh, and when Leah was really hurt in the hallway, and she uses sarcasm as a defense mechanism all the time, and she started to tear up, and she felt like Abby had replaced her in her friend group, and that she didn't have any friends, and she said it in a kind of sarcastic way, but her voice broke. Hurt my heart. Simon's family is just so cute, and I love all the games they play and the traditions and the stuff they do on Christmas, like the Facebook scavenger hunt. And there's one section with the parents. Oh, it was just so perfect. He was talking about how they make a big deal out of everything all the time. Oh my god, seriously, you guys make everything a big deal. When I started drinking coffee, when I started shaving, when I got a girlfriend, this stuff is exciting. It's not that exciting. It's I don't even know. You guys are so freaking obsessed with everything I do. It's I can't change my socks without someone mentioning it. Why are you so obsessed with me? It's because they gave birth to you. You're their child. It's the older I get, the more and more I find myself just sympathizing with parents and understanding their worldview. I thought I did before, but I didn't at all. And it's just like all the time now. It's so weird. I'm like, wow, I know I'm getting older because I'm like really, really sympathizing with the Rents right now. Like, I feel for them. They're obsessed with you because you are their flesh and blood. They've devoted the last 18 years to raising you into a good human. So seeing you do things is crazy. It's like you're just this being that's like a result of like their parenting. Like, of course they're obsessed with you. I found it hilarious and so heartwarming. I love how understanding his parents are and how caring they are. They're so nice. Like, he has a really great family life. I love his relationship with his sisters and how they love to do things together and how they're so supportive of him. And I love the end with the emojis, hearing about Leah and Nora and Taylor being in the band together. You know, Taylor was a really interesting character too. I loved that she's kind of an annoying, narcissistic person, but at the same time, underneath that, she's a nice person. It's not like all she is. She's not black and white. She cares about these people, and that was really nice to see, because a lot of times you see characters like her and they're like the bitchy character in the corner of the poster. I love how supportive all his friends are. I hate Marty, but I've seen people like Marty. I know people like Marty, and I pictured Marty as like a specific person in my life because he so perfectly fit that character. It was weird. It was like they took him and put him in a book, but there's lots of people like Marty in high school. I'm really glad that Marty sent him that letter, and you could tell it. He felt really shitty about it. He was being a selfish teenager in the moment, overwhelmed with this crush, making these decisions that were hurting other people. Once he realized it, he was really remorseful about it, and I appreciated that. I wouldn't trust him with anything ever again, but like, I wouldn't hold a grudge forever. I just feel like every character was so real and so well-rounded, and like the situations felt so real. I just saw this playing out in my own high school. Now that I'm thinking about it, I visualize my high school here. I wonder if everyone does that. They probably do. Whenever you read something in high school, you picture like your high school and these characters dropped into it. It was so well done. Everything was so lovable. I love him and Bram, and I love their emails. I loved everything. I'd love to hear your favorite parts. What is my favorite part? Well, I don't know. I love so many parts. I love the end. I love the scene on the tilt-a-whirl. I really liked a lot of the scenes with his parents. I liked the scene when he came out to Abby in the car. I don't know. I teared up in so many scenes. I can't even pick a favorite. It was all so wonderful. Oh, I love when Abby puts on his makeup and she's like, wow, you look super hot right now. And he's like, what? He like can't stop looking at himself in the mirror because he's like the guy liner going. That was really cute. Everything was cute. It was wonderful. Share your favorite parts and your favorite character other than Simon. Who would I pick? I love his mom. I can't wait to watch this as a movie. I love the drama teacher. I like Cal. Like, I wanted to know Cal more. We never really got to talk to him. We kind of talked. We flirted with Cal, but we never went out with Cal because he was already in love with Baloo. I don't know. I'm asking you questions that I can't even answer for myself because I loved everything. But if you have a favorite, let me know. I want to talk about this book. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. I'm at XTINEMAY on Twitter and Instagram. I will see you next time. Goodbye!